All right, folks, that's right. You hear the music. You know what time it is. It is Final Fantasy Randomizer. This is the 2023 Winter Tournament Chaoses Winter Carnival, sitting in center stage, broadcasting all the action. I am Dang Wu, and hanging out in the middle with me is Captain Nerd. How you doing today, Captain Nerd?
Oh, I'm good. I want to see how much of a dumpster fire this seed will be.
Absolutely. It'll be very interesting to see how our runners are going to combat this seed here. As you can see here, though, Captain Nerd, we got a four-force party here. A fighter, thief, double white mage. So black magic could be interesting because we got to hope it rolls in the 1 through 4 tier slots.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess to kind of go over it here as we're talking about it here, this is the Game 3, the rubber match, as some would call it. The winner of this will take on the winner of the Demon Frog versus the Zenobian match, matchup. So lot to do here. It's a best of 3, like I mentioned earlier. We're going to go over the blessings and the cursings. The fighter, probably the most prevalent or the best blessings and cursings you can get, plus 20 strength, plus 20 MDef, and a minus 15 base HP at the start. Doesn't really matter much. All the bonuses are awesome. We take those. White mages get plus exit. Probably the best thing you can have. We can go into dungeons and exit out instantly. I don't know about you, Captain Nerd, but that makes me always excited.
I enjoy that too. Plus, we have White Mage actually adding 20 HP to their base, but a minus 10 hit rate.
Yep. And then the Thief gets the plus 10 MDef. Not that great, but the plus 10 Vitality, probably the best thing there. Allows them to become a little tankier. Their ability to take nukes and nuclears and non-elemental damages. Definitely a little bit better there, so that's good to see.
Yeah, plus there could be also their M defense could also be they won't be KO'd that quickly when it gets higher.
Yep. So harm 2, cure 3.
Yep.
Harm 2. Yeah,
harm 2 and cure 3 for level 1.
Warp is available. Wow. Okay, so the ninja promotes. We get warp.
Warp and lock 2 for level 1 black, so
yeah,
that's pretty good.
So with these flags, white mages can cast harm to do non-elemental damage. They can't crit, but it does non-elemental damage, so that's always nice. We have another AoE clear spell. And right out the gate, Rubes is the first one out of Canaria, making his way towards Temple of Fiends Revisited. Generally, most runners will check out all the boxes here for early money and maybe some early gear that will help us on our adventures.
Oh yeah, I know how important that is.
And somehow Duskplume able to make it the first one into Temple of Fiends. Gets a house. That's always nice.
Yeah, that would be helpful later on in the game.
We'll have to see how the housing market is. 2 houses and a pure to start. Interesting.
That's actually a good combo right there.
You definitely can save money if we want to do a cheeky marsh or an ice dive. We at least can take levels on the river tiles, gain some levels, use the house to proceed.
And from King, we got Canal, and Princess, we got the Ruby.
Alright, so we can't leave the Intercontinent, but that's one of our options of leaving it. The Canal. So we have a ship that's accessible in the Inner Sea. Housing market is 967 gold, which is pretty cheap. Not too bad.
Heck, I've seen houses for like 400 or something. That's pretty darn cheap as well.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, those of you guys who might not know, if you see like different names for like different key items, don't worry about it. It's not gonna affect the game. It's like a FUD% type of flag. I run them all the time when I run seats.
Yeah, I think there's like you can change the Titan thing into like the drinks or food or rocks. So life is available on your white mage and your knight.
Plus Bog 2 is definitely helpful. And then we got Bane and Fire 3 for level 2 black.
Yep, the weapons aren't rolling good so far in the weapon shops.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. I mean, so far we at least got enough AoE magic to kind of do some stuff with the Harm 2 and the Thor Hammer.
And Thor Hammer does cast Lightning too when he uses them.
Absolutely. Very nice
And
there.
we got the ship from Vicky.
Okay, so we now have the whole world as our oyster, as some would call it. We have access to a lot of new things now. We got the Bahamut's incentive location. We've got Onrak along with Waterfall. We've got Ordeals now open to us. A lot of choices here.
Mm-hmm.
With a Fire 3 that's available at Tier 2 Magic, Ordeals is looking really good. Because we got Harm 2... No, we don't have Fire 3, I'm sorry. We got Harm 2 and a Thor Hammer. So, Ordeals could work. Might be a little rough trying to kill enemies if we want to gain them as we go. Marsh Cave technically is your best bet. Ice Cave could be good. Could be not so good.
Yeah, for Ice Cave, you definitely gotta watch out because there could be some nasty monsters there that can really wreck you and pull up if you're not careful.
Yeah, that's the one terrifying thing about Ice Cave. There is like 9 different enemies that are there on top of all the spike tiles. You just don't know what you're gonna run into, and that's the problem. I mean, that's why Marsh is very dangerous also. There's just so many different types of monsters you can run into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a lot of issues with that when I run these kind of seeds.
Still no weapons, even in Crescent Lake. I only saw one weapon that rolled up, and it wasn't very good. Chadbert coming in chat saying Marsh and Ordeals would be something he would be likely to do. I'd agree. There's a rod. We do have the Ruby turn-in.
Mm-hmm. And Rubes definitely has the early Earth play right now available with the rod.
Yeah, so for Rubes here, because we went to Crescent Lake first, we can do the the Titan's Trove into Sarda, and then we can do the rod play, which generally will have we have some better trap treasure. We've got spike tiles, so a lot of things we can do there. Duskplume, on the other hand, will only be able to do the rod or the Titan's Trove and Sarda because we didn't get the rod from the sages. Saber is learnable by the ninja. And Life 2 is also night learnable, so white mages are losing their importance here very quickly.
Yeah, yep. And we also have Cure 4 for level 3 white spell. I think that's only learnable by white mages.
Yeah. I think it was a Cure 1 or something like that, yeah.
Well, we have Rubes heading towards doing the Marsh play. This ought to be very interesting indeed. For starters, we have the slab.
Yeah, we got Adamant from Titans, and then the slab, which we can't turn in, but we can translate. But if we translate now, we have to make sure to remember we translated. So Rube's taken the Chadbert approach here, it seems, doing the Marsh play. I think that's what I would be doing too. Just as it was pointed out, we have lots of exit card charges just in case one of our white mages dies. which looks like what Rubes is planning on doing is trying to get rid of one of those white mages.
Well, that's gonna be a tough play right there.
Armor, gold bracelet rolls up, silver bracelet rolls up by 1, but they're close in price, which is very unfortunate. Because the silver bracelet rolled kind of expensive, it looked like.
Actually, silver looked like it was about 3K, while gold was about 8K. I noticed the difference in prices. And we get a Treptile guarding the incentive, which is water. And it really did knock out one of Rubes' white mages.
Well, we got the Vorpal from the Adamant Turn-In, so we have an endgame weapon for us. Both white mages are down for Rubes. The waters make us pay, and then we have to run out of Marsh Cave. And he's going to be greedy.
Yes, we have the herb.
Yep, and he's going to be greedy. He's going to do the 1 check, but he gets a silver bracelet, so pretty good armor for the thief there.
Mm-hmm. Now we have Duskplume doing the play.
It does Plume questioning why she's only got houses to use for her save item. She's like, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it.
Hey, I'd say the same darn thing. Honestly. I wouldn't want to waste the house either.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see what Duskplume does here. Does she decide to attack the waters and not lose her white mages, possibly? Or does she exit out instantly? It'll be an interesting call there. You know, it saves a little bit of time and the chances of being casted some nasty spells as you're trying to leave. Going to attempt it? Nope, gonna run. Says now.
Smart move.
Oh, well. There goes our thief. Oh no. Maybe she... Okay, there we go. Whew. Water said, we're taking out your thief. We're taking out one of your characters before you leave.
Yep. That was very painful too.
Oh, Duskplume's getting really greedy here. Gonna check the top right chest here. This is one I think that is not checked very much anymore at all. This is kind of like the marsh top, where this chest is just not really checked. Silver shield. So, it doesn't save after leaving. Oh wait, that's right. Oh, we've got a house. Oh, oh no.
On the other hand, I didn't exactly see what we got from the Elf Prince.
It was the crown.
Ah! Which means Astos play. Looks like Ruby's going for the Astos play.
It's really working out for Rubes for the way he's moving around and stuff like that. It's been a nice thing for that, since everything's kind of been in one area. So the key, Rubes still hasn't left the Inner Sea. Duskplume has, but only to come right back to do Marsh play. Now we've got the key locked in Canaria, that is our incentive. Plus we've got Temple of Fiends, Better Trap Treasure. We've got right here Northwest Castles, locked rooms. We got dwarf rooms we can check, and Elfland. So lots of places to check for items.
Mm-hmm.
And these spike tiles could be something good we might need later. Gersh Sharks and Wizsay Hags could work. Definitely get you some levels early if the Gersh Shark doesn't roll too annoying with a lot of HP.
Yeah, I've seen those please before, and boy, were they a doozy.
So from what I've seen, we won't have a fast. We will have Saber on the Ninja. So no fast is available for our runners here today. we won't have any temper. So we're gonna have to rely upon either Saber on the Ninja or Power Bonk the Power Gauntlet.
It's easier to mention Power Bonk. I mean, a little shorter, it's easier to understand.
And our... Ooh, there's a free ribbon in Canaria.
And we got the Oxyale for that chest in Cardia.
Wow, ribbon plus
sorry.
3.
Canaria Castle, sorry.
And Canaria Castle provides with one of our key items. We are almost technically in grind mode that was mentioned in one of their earlier races, grind mode, once we get the loot, the key, and 2 of the Fiend Dungeon locations.
We got heal 3 and level 2 for level 5 white magic.
Yeah, and Invis 2 probably goodbye there. At level 12, we can start casting that for endgame. Just needs loot. Well, we have sword. It's the Vorpal. That is in dwarf, technically. We just need a tail. Loot and tail, and we're technically good to go. Although it's not going to be great, but we can make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But we got lots of places with the Oxyale. I expect Rubes. Let's see. Can we take out Kraken 2 or Kraken 1 here? We've got no Brack. We've got no Bane. We've got a Thor Hammer, which we could use over and over again. It's not the best plan, but it'll work. We can do Waterfall into Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a spicy thing there to watch our runners do. I mean, there is some better trap treasure there in Sea Shrine.
Oh, definitely.
And we do have a shop item that's pointed out by our awesome tracker, Sin Pyro. Thank you very much for tracking for us. Shop items definitely going to be up north. We got the Oasis, or the Caravan, I'm sorry. We've got On-Rack shop item or Gaia. One of them requires the floater. Alright, so little divergent spot. Nope. Rubes is going to probably go to Ordeals. You left work early for this race? Well, I think you're in for a good one here. Oh, interesting. Buys the gold bracelet instead of buying a couple silvers. Rubes does. So, Mud Goals, this is definitely a spike tile in Ordeals. It's probably the vanilla Mud Goal tile. Mud Goals are hitting very hard, though.
Yeah, and it definitely knocked out Duskplume's thief.
We're gonna bring back the thief? No, we're not.
And now we have rooms with the Vorpal as well.
Okay. Alright, so here's the dwarves. Dwarf armory. A whole bunch of money, house, heal. We got
and
shopping
more
money. Yeah, shopping. Woohoo!
Hey, spells can't find themselves, you know.
Where's a katana, Chadbert? I don't see a katana. Oh, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't see no katana. There was no katana here. I just saw a Vorpal. So, looks like Duskplume's going with a fighter white mage through Ordeals. I mean, Ordeals is a good place to gain some levels if we can take them out. We do have Harm 3, Harm 2. We do have the Thor Hammer, very possible. We can gain decent levels here.
It's interesting how he how Duskplume was making his plays and teleporting out and saving all that.
Yeah, it made sense. We took... Oh, there's the floater in on-rack. The shop item for 45,000. Rubes is going to do the waterfall. Hope for money here, so when we leave, it is the procedurally generated waterfall.
Yep.
Oh, there's a gas dragon there. That's always nice to take. But can we take it, though? It's weak to ice magic. We don't have any ice magic. Uh-oh. It's evasive because it's a dragon, a flying dragon of sorts, if you call it that. And on the left-hand side, Duskplume here, getting punished by mummies and whiz mummies. We had a sleeping white mage. That's not good.
That pretty much spells disaster in a nutshell.
We get the harm 2 out, though. Looks like we're okay, but Gas Dragon over here goes down. That's going to be worth a good amount of experience. 3,000 for each one of our characters. Amazing early levels. That's a good question there by Will Bloodworth. Was that Gas Dragon off the power cycle? It doesn't look like it. Nope. Rubes is trying for it.
See, Rubes is really getting lost in the maze.
And that's not what we wanted to find with the Phantom Mist. There's
the
tail.
tail.
Alright, do we get enough money here? We need a big money chest here. That's not enough money. And the left-hand side, Duskplume makes their way through ordeals finally, getting through all those nasty mummies. So far, we don't have enough money to be able to purchase the floater for either runner. Silver armor, pretty good armor for Thief.
And we have the drum.
That's our loot. That's technically grind mode almost, or go mode for Duskplume. Yeah, for Duskplume. Just need the rod from Crescent Lake, and we could technically go.
Yep. And that'll be straight out go mode once he gets the tail from the robot.
Yep, so Ordeals is required. Duskplume actually going to make the trip down to Bahamut. There is an incentive location there, also with a bunch of treasures, thanks to the Dragon Treasure Trove flag.
Which we dub Dragon's Horde.
I mean, if there's lots of money here, it might be good for Duskplume there. There's the cube. Rubes is going to promote, do the same stuff, and then might be able to purchase... I think there's enough money there for Rubes to purchase the floater. Thanks to the waterfall dive, should have it with all the money in the chest, so he'll be able to get the floater. Duskplume going to do the opposite, or now going to do what Rubes did. We'll find out about the floater. So both of our runners kind of doing the same thing with slight divergence. Little difference here. Duskplume going with a two-party system with a fighter white mage. And Rubes going, keeping up the thief.
Yep.
Oh, and Duskplume does have enough for the floater there. It came out of nowhere with 66,000. Able to purchase the floater there.
Yep. Now he has access to the whole skies.
So, gonna go do waterfall now. It's a pretty easy waterfall. I think it's up and right. Rubes is gonna get the floater there. So Rubes with the floater, we're gonna dive down. We are going for Kraken 1 here. Alright, by Rubes.
Very good play indeed.
Well, while these two are doing their respective dungeons here, as Rube starts to dive down, and Duskplume is Duskplume is doing the waterfall play here. Just remind everybody, plenty more FFR action going on tomorrow. We got Danny versus Shadow MRT for Game 1. I think it's not going to be broadcast unless we do a Bicky of it. Actually, we got Game 1 action tomorrow. So it might be multi-streams, but pay attention. Danny at 7. Cyrnus versus FC Coughlin at 9:30. That's a stone ninja. I look away for a split second. We got a stone ninja on Rubes' side on the first floor. So I'm assuming that was Gersharks with something? Did you happen
Possible.
to see that? Alright, so there are 2 better trap treasures here in Sea Shrine in the Sharknado floor. It is in the big room and in the bottom left room.
Mm-hmm.
Now the bottom left one can be kind of sneaky there. I think a lot of people forget about that one. But it looks like Rubes is going to be checking it out. I think he's going to have to here, especially if we're going to take on Kraken, even though we got 1 ribbon at least.
Yep. Flame armor, -3.
Ugh. That is a letdown. -3, not so good. I mean, still good, but it's just so heavy.
Yep. Zeus Gauntlet. That does cast level 2 when using an item.
Alright, so the question becomes, where is Duskplume going to go now that we've exited Waterfall? Are we going to... Okay, already leaving. Going to get the floater, looks like. Technically in... Well, not Gomo yet, because we haven't done Crescent Lake, but once she gets her floater, or airship, do Crescent Lake. No, she's in Go mode. I'm assuming it's going to be Volcano Earth, then do Sea last, and hope that we find a spike tile to get ourselves in a good position. There is a defense sword that casts Ruse. That gives us an endgame option there for sure.
Yep, just in case Viz 2 falls on spell charge.
And an Opal +5 shield. Well, that better trap treasure definitely paid off for the knight, getting that Opal +5 shield. So Duskplume going to make the dive down into Ice Cave. Already in go mode technically. Doesn't need it, but it's gonna do it. We already found the Vorpal. We know there's a ribbon out there. We have the slab turn in. That could potentially be our ribbon, which I'm assuming Duskplume's looking for.
Yep.
And Rubes is continuing to dive down. We haven't found a grind tile. Thankfully, most of the enemies seem to be cooperating during this dive, so this is good.
Now, what will we see in the chest? It says a chest for Ice Cavern.
Oh, Budge, I understand there's 5 tiles to check here plus 2 better trap treasures. But we're in go mode, we have a Vorpal, and we have a ribbon already. With a white mage. I mean, I don't know what... I mean, the things you're looking for are so minuscule at this point.
Ouch. One hit KO on Rube's side knocked out his second white mage.
Oh, Kraken coming in with the fast. Already did its job taking out the white mage instantly. You gotta love to see it, you know? I tell ya. Kraken's ability.
You could say Kraken sucker punched the white mage and knocked her out.
You're absolutely right. Ooh, slow. That's always nasty, but thankfully we got the ribbon, looks like, on the knight. Fire 2 comes out. Actually, maybe we don't have the ribbon on the knight. That was 112 damage by a Fire 2.
Ouch.
Bye, McFly.
Yeah,
Alright.
that definitely
So,
hurt.
this is actually really good for Rubes, okay? Just so everybody understands. We have a fighter that is down now. Or the only one that's up. I say you leave them down. You check out that grind tiles over, or the desert tiles with that hard. I think the hard reset was pretty quick. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty quick. We can make use of that. Let's see if there's a Tyro available.
Best grind tiles are usual. Agama or I grind. They net real good experience.
Blue Dragon, Ice Cave. I mean, we did find a Red Dragon. It's an option for a grind for Duskplume. But I think already past it.
Plus, Blue Dragon, Green Dragon give a lot more XP anyway.
Yeah, Blue Dragons are not very good for grinding normally because they hit really hard, they have a lot of base HP, and they can be very evasive because, well, dragon.
Yep.
So, alright, Rubes with the two-party system also now. Going to keep the ninja down. Gonna do Volcano, which is one of our fiend locations we need. Rubes hasn't done Ordeals, which gives us our loot, which puts him in go mode. Duskplume is in go mode.
And we got the spike tile being a bird and mummy meals dinners. Or I should say the bird and mummy dinner plates. Of course, they're not good for you.
I mean, so what's left to... I mean, this has got to be Chime, right? No, wait, we got Ribbon accessible, so...
The bottle.
So Duskplume able to do then the turn-in, that is the bottle and the slab turn-in, potentially, which is going to lead into the Chime, which then allows Duskplume then to do a walking grind in the floating castle. Volcano gives us our grind tile. If Rubes had just kept the fighter up only, we could have grinded here, grabbed the life charges, and just revived our characters.
Yeah, the eye grind does net really good experience, especially if it's for the night.
Yeah, just get rid of the Oval +2, really good. You don't want to take away the evasiveness of the ninja. Good call by Rubes. So Duskplume going to take the fights here before exiting out of Ice Cave. Rubes finds the really good grind tile in the eye that is on the Grey Worm tile, which you can actually grind farther down without moving the encounter table. Which is exactly what Rubes appears to be doing, is going to make their way down to that tile so they don't have to move the encounter table, they don't have to take random encounters.
Yep. And see, we're going to be seeing a carry fight.
So one of the things, though, Sinpyro, you're absolutely right. There is Crystal and TNT, but they're all fetches. They always end up going to the end thing. The end, which is going to be Chime Ribbon.
Mm-hmm. And ribbon is usually mostly important because it protects from any kind of status effect.
Oh no, I'm not gonna sue you. So Duskplume exits out, going... So, I mean, the one thing here, though... Okay, so Duskplume, though, because she's doing all of these key items, she's actually getting... There's Wall and Fade at level 7, so White Mage is pretty good there in that, but... So, every time we find a key item, it's like 10% extra experience. So once Duskplume does her grind, it's going to be very quick.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one of the tiles that allows us to do it very efficiently. It looks like Duskplume's thing froze.
Yeah, it looks like it.
There it goes. So, because we ran through the volcano or the lava tiles for rubes, we're able to do a solo night grind very efficiently. Ice 2 is not going to do much. I think this is going to be a very efficient grind for something that's got life casts. We don't have the power bonk. We do have a defense stick though, or defense sword. So we're gonna have to. So I'm assuming we're gonna go into the upper 40s, try and get as many attacks as we possibly can on that Vorpal, because we don't have the fast spell.
Yep, that's pretty much the gist of it. Now we have Duskplume hang towards the left again and see what we get from him. And we got the Chime, and in exchange, he becomes Astos.
That's pretty funny. I forgot about the Shuffle Astos feature. The Lefanish people were angry that we didn't know their language at first.
And now the Chime is in existence in Duskplume's inventory.
The Vorp, I believe, rolled what, +2 or no, +3, right? So
yeah, it's a +3.
So at level 40, we get 6 hits. We won't be able to get 7 hits, I don't think.
7 hits could be around 45 or maybe 50 at most.
So, yeah, we're definitely going to go 6 hits. Now, the question is, how high does Rubes go on this? I mean, the good news is we get the grind done, we can bring up our ninja that allows us to run, so we don't have to take a whole lot of fights. The chime's available for Duskplume now, because we got that from the Lefanish Astos. So we can do a walking grind in the floating palace, or the floating castle. Rube stops at about 34, 35, I think. It's a little early.
Yep, I can understand it though. Now we see Bruce going after Carrie.
Yep, gonna try and light his second orb here, take a 2-orb to 0 lead, and get himself into a very good position, move into the round of 16 to take on either Demon Frog or Zenobian. Yep, 35, so we got 5 more levels to get to 6 hits, which feels a whole lot better when you're swinging without a fast.
Mm-hmm. Now we got Biff hitting Carrie for like 5 hits for 558 and 5 hits for 654, and Carrie is down.
Although we are finding some tasty fights on the way, or as we're leaving, so that's not too bad at all.
Yep.
37, very close to level 40, that magical number. 2 orbs lead now for Rubes. Duskplume's getting punished here with being ambushed. I hate Catmen. They're so annoying. I guess I can't say hate. That's such a strong word. As Duskplume gets ambushed again.
Well, Rubes went back into Parvaka to revive his teammates.
Yeah, it's a good call. Get them all up. Especially the ninja at this point, because the ninja's going to allow you to run. Much better chance to run.
Yep. And we got what we're saying. Yeah, yes, the end thing. Her OBS cast stop on her. And then he mentioned the chimichanga. 35 it is.
Oh, welcome more raiders. I didn't even see it. Thank you for raiding with us. We got Speed Gaming 3 and Oddron for raiding. Appreciate it. Rubes, I can totally see checking this better trap treasure there. No, decides to just completely bypass it. I mean, it's a couple steps. I would have checked it out there. It's on the way, doesn't really waste a whole lot of time, and if you get an X-Kale or a Power Bonk or another Ribbon, you're looking even better for your dive. But he's in serious mode. He doesn't want to give Duskplume any quarter, nothing. Trying to win this best of 3 series.
Yep. Oh, before we continue on, we like to give a shout out to Speed Gaming for allowing us to use their channel for this race. So, Speed Gaming staff, thank you for allowing us to use your channel for the race. And if you like this whole thing, we got a go ahead and give the runners a follow, and along with my co-commentator Dangwoo and me, give us a follow. Heck, we even have Pyro doing the tracking, so thanks to him, you can give him a follow too.
Absolutely, and while that's going on, Rubes has lit his 3rd orb. Just needs to do ordeals and will be in go mode. There was a roo stick pointed out by our tracker, Pyro, in the, I believe, Crab Cakes' chest up there, the north side of Sky 4. Or, Sky 3, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So, another roo stick for Duskplume there at least gives her 1 roo stick. There's another one that is in the Sharknado floor.
That's usually on the defense soul.
I didn't see what the levels are for Duskplume, but I would assume we're going to want to run into a Warmech just to get some more levels, but will we be able to take out the Warmech? I don't know, but we got 5 hits on Duskplume's Light Warriors right now. Or on that night for Duskplume, so at least relatively the same. There it is, roo sticking. We're going to go for it. It's going to require a lot of fade charges, and oh, that's not a good start.
Uh-huh.
It's okay, though. Yeah, Cure 4, good turn order, get us into a good position there. 3 hits for 7 damage. Not what we want to see. We're going to have to cast a lot of fade charges, a lot of harm, 3 and 4, but...
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
475 right on Dusk.
This Warmech is not missing. We're going to have to get some more Invis 2 stacks.
We got 5 hits for 436, which is crit from Dusk. And then 5 hits for 353. Then we got Gala throwing in Invis 2.
I mean, the best case scenario here, I think Duskplume hopes that the White Mage goes down. So we get all the experience. But 98 does it. Warmech goes down. We're level 33 across the board for Duskplume there. on the Knight and the White Wizard. Rubes is going to Ordeals. He's going to be in go mode very shortly. That was a very hard-hitting robot, but thankfully we were able to get through it.
I have to agree with there, Classic Gamer. That was a hard-hitting robot chick. I wouldn't say that much mono, because Rubes is a bit farther on levels than Duskplume. But she is a little close though.
Well, okay, so the only difference... You're absolutely right. Now, the only difference is Duskplume's White Mage is way higher level compared to Rubes. That's a 33 White Mage. So which is good, because that means that White Mage is technically out of nuke range, which allows it to actually do a lot of backup healing if something goes wrong.
Apparently, Rubes ran into a few man-cats that had Frost and another spell.
Yep, so Duskplume lights her first orb. Got 2 more to go. Volcano's going to be quick. Then she's got to decide, is it going to be Earth or will it be Sky? It looks like... Or, not Sky, I'm sorry. Is it going to be
Water.
Earth or is it going to be Sea? And it looks like... Well, we know Volcano for sure. But...
The last one will be a toss-up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Duskplume ends up doing.
Well, seems Duskplume is going to the Volcano Armory to pick up the other item, which I think was a Ribbon 3 or something like that.
So Rubes very quickly through ordeals finds the loot, can now enter Temple of Fiends Revisited. Duskplume finds the eye tile.
And the eye tiles are pretty good rank tiles for the whole EXP. I always count on them every time.
Oh, there's an opal armor. Duskplume's like, hold up, I need that.
Yeah. Those of you might not know, Opal has the resistance to lightning. But if you're lucky enough and you get the dragon armor, that's the best one because it has all elements.
Alright, and about 45:20, Rubes has entered Temple of Fiends Revisited. Going to go down there, we've got an almost level 40 Knight on Rubes' side. It's got life too. Doesn't have a power bonk, so we have no saber or temper for it, so we're going to rely purely on crits on the Vorpal.
Plus the whole luck. Because critical hit does deal with luck too.
Absolutely, I believe it's got around a 33% chance to crit per swing, so yeah, I mean, we're relying on luck, but...
Wow, this is a play I haven't seen before. Apparently Duskplume is heading towards the, to that little, to where usually they have an incentive, fire past the, gate thing.
Yeah, this is actually a better trap treasure right here, where Duskplume's going.
And we are at Lich. Lich with poison damage. Ouch. 3 hits for 1, just remember 1. 381 for 5 hits. Harp 2 for 72. Harp 2 for 45 damage. Ooh, Fire 3. Ouch. Took out the ninja. 534 damage for 5 hits. And Lich 2 is down. Yep, Shepard, that's pretty much right. Rubes is on a tear.
Not doing a whole lot of healing. Oh, I lied. There he goes, doing a bunch of Cure 3. We're going to have Carry 2 and Carry 1, respectively. Carry 2 on the right-hand side, Carry 1 on the left. We're going to do some Invis 2s. We're going to respect Carry 2 here. Light Axe does some damage, 3 hits for 6, not a lot. Vorpal, big hit for 652. Nuke comes out as a response, going to high roll everybody except for the Knight. Even the Knight got hit pretty good too. 2 hits for 16. The Ninja steals the kill on carry 1 or carry 2.
That does hurt too.
But Duskplume has lit her second orb onto Earth Floor, which should be really quick with that high level Knight up front. All the enemies should run. Hopefully, if she brought up the Ninja for the run chance, it'll make it a little bit quicker. But it's definitely a one Topher dive lead for Rubes here. It might actually be more because of how quickly he's gotten through this Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Well, apparently we got 2 comments from Classic Gamer Will Bloodworth saying carries everywhere. Kelly, big champ.
16 HP away, that's right. But here comes Kraken 2. Kraken 2's got 2 targets, 2 white mages. Stop comes out. That's going to one of our white mages actually survives, which is good. Gets the Invis 2 out. Gives half our max evasion on that Knight, which is what we're looking for. We don't care about any of our characters at that
66. Point. Now, Kraken is hitting a lightning too. That's 4 hits for 62.
That's not so good. Yep, as you said, the RNG not in the favor of the Vorpal. 3 hits for 121, so Kraken pretty evasive there.
Definitely did a high... Kraken did a high roll on that Fire 3 and knocked out his first white mage.
Bane comes out. We are a Knight alone without max evade technically. We're going to hold A and pray. 310. Down goes Kraken 2, so that seemed pretty easy. It seemed kind of terrifying for us, but I think that was a pretty in-control battle there by Rubes.
Mm-hmm.
And Duskplume still doing a lot of checking of chests here. Power Bomb in Earth 4, which is very easily checked by anybody that's going through Earth.
And it's a +5, too.
I mean, +5 definitely good, but we want it because of the Saber. So Duskplume definitely in the better position for endgame solo Knight strats.
Mm-hmm.
But we got Tiamat here doing some decent damage on the Ninja that's our damage soaker. Vorpal punching through 5 hits for 330. We got some crits, so we finally did some decent damage on Tiamat there.
And then we got 5 hits for 134 damage.
That happens. I mean, that's going to happen. You know, we're relying upon crits. Vorpal comes through, 238. We've done about 800 damage. Fast. Hey, wow, Tiamat, way to just, you know, show off the fact that you have fast and none of our runners can use it. Vorpal
4 hits for 300.
Yep, for 300. So we've passed the vanilla HP of Tiamat, so definitely have rolled up. Vorpal for 330. It shows how the Knight how it's done for doing damage. Duskplume's going to be entering Temple of Fiends Revisited very shortly here. If Rubes dies, we've got ourselves a race. But Rube able to punch way through Tia 2 here.
Yep, with the 5 hit for 268 damage.
Duskplume doing more checking, going to do the turn in for the TNT, which leads to the crystal, which is going to lead into the ribbon. All right, Rube's going to be pulling the Ultimate Fiend Chaos and the 2,000-year loop and move himself into the round of 16. Can he do it? Does some quick rearranging, get the Ninja up front. Going to get those Invis 2 casts going. Try and get good turn order. Get the Knight up to at least half of evasion cap. Lock comes out for the Ninja, getting himself being able to hit those attacks or swings on Chaos. Missing is not what we want. We're already going to start swinging here. I like the call. 4 hits for 216. Slightly evasive Chaos. More lock comes out. Lowers that evasion. Rubes really trying to win this. Move on to the round of 16. We're going to do some Brack. Might as well just cast some Brack at this point. Biff swings. 5 hits, 301. The evasiveness is dropped. Brack comes out. Ineffective. Duskplume has entered. Temple of Fiends Revisited. Brack comes out. Ineffective. So no more Brack cast coming out. 4 hits for 205. This is going to be a little while. Can be bad. That means nuke and nuclear and a slow 2. If a slow 2 comes out and Chaos targets that knight, this is going to be awful. We don't have the light axe on a white wizard, which means if that happens, we're going to be in a long fight. Swing for 397. Chaos finally takes down the ninja, but it looks like it's been all swings. We're
4 hits for 251.
Yes, we're in a good control, though. We're in control of this fight. Chaos is swinging only and not casting. Slow 2 doesn't come out. We should win this, no problem. 5 hits for 95. We're not even close to vanilla HP. Big swing. The white mage goes down, but we have... Doesn't matter. There it is. Rubes punches their way through to the round of 16. Chaos only punches, no casting. Don't have to worry about slow 2. GG to Rubes there.
With the official time of...
Official time of 54 minutes and 18 seconds for race time. So GG there for Rubes.
Mm-hmm.
And,
and we got Rubes here for your review.
Yep. They haven't come through yet. Rubes is kind of in the cooldown room, getting himself situated before he joins us. But Duskplume taking on Lich 2 here. Big swing by that Vorpal-wielding knight.
Yep.
And as the speed bump known as Lich 2 is being taken on by Duskplume, walking into the broadcast booth, we've got Rubes, our winner tonight, and moving on to the round of 16 to take on either Demon Frog or Zenobian. GG to you.
Thanks, GG.
Aren't you excited? Come on, Rubes. Be excitement!
Yeah, no, I was sweating the whole night. It's been a while since I've had an elimination match. And,
yeah, I could tell that.
Scary. But well, I knew that I was gonna just go a little bit faster than last night, even though I technically was, even though time-wise I wasn't faster. I was gonna try to hit the gas a little sooner.
All right, we now got Duskplume facing off against Carrie. We have 4 hits for 410, Babe for 320, and we got Carrie too using nuke. 4 hits, 271. Carrie 2 is down.
That was quick and easy. So, Rubes, was there any thoughts of using the ninja?
Nope, not at all. I mean, if
now
I found
with life, I'm gonna say what you found life.
Yeah, with Night Learnable Life, I was gonna go Knight the whole way. I mean, unless I found a good katana.
Right. I mean that perfectly reasonable. I was just curious. I was like, maybe, and then I'm like, nope. We only found Saber, which is really good, but you know, at that point, you had already committed to the White Mage, or I'm sorry, the Knight. So
yeah.
But so we ended up finding the power bonk. It was in Earth 4 in the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew that Topher was going to be a slog without it, but I wasn't going to go hunting. I just
4 hits for 589 on Kraken 2. 5 hits for 517. Kraken 2 is down.
Yeah, I saw you grinding, and I'm like, I wonder if he's going to go to 40 and get the 6th hit, and he stopped at 35, and I'm like, okay. I was just wondering if you're going to go for 40 and get the 6th hit.
Well, I considered it, but I stopped early. I figured if I get up to 700 HP, 5 hits, I should be able to survive just about anything.
Great. Now we have Duskplume face off against Tiamat 2. Fade for 93.
Let's see.
4 hits for 92 damage. Another fade for 312. 5 hits for 146. Tiamat with fast. 4 hits for 334 damage. 4 hits for 442 damage. 4 hits for 677 damage, and Tier 2's down. So what was the area that kind of messed with you, Rubes, in this race?
I don't know. Marsh was a little annoying because I got a little greedy taking that water fight, and I lost my exit casters. So that wasted a little bit of time, but
Yeah, that sounds about right. Now we got Chaos. Dusk powering herself up with the power bog. We have 2 hits for 233 damage. 3 hits for 481. 5 hits for 563. 2 hits for 109. 2 hits for 155. 4 hits for 318. Chaos is down.
Yep, big GG there for Duskplume, able to punch her way through, be able to take on Chaos. Obviously, unfortunately, not as quick as Rubes, but was able to get through a lot of those fiends a little bit quicker, definitely, comparatively to Rubes, thanks to that power bonk.
Duskplume finishes with a time of 1 hour and 12 seconds.
So, well, I see Duskplume is joining in there.
GG, Duskplume.
GG.
Yeah, GG's. Great race.
So I guess with that, I mean, couple questions. I mean, some of the things that happen here. Early time saves. The only thing that really changed difference-wise for the early game was, wow, now I can't remember off the top of my head. I think Rubes, you went to Crescent Lake first. Duskplume didn't. Yeah. And then the only other really time save difference is Rubes, you already pointed to it, is you went down to Marsh. You had to run with your tail between your legs after losing both your exit casters to the waters. Duskplume was able to time save there. But I mean, you two definitely held your hands right up until you got to the floater. Rubes, you decided to do Kraken. Duskplume did not. So you were able to do the fiends as you were going. I think definitely saved you time there instead of having to travel around and stuff like that. I felt like Duskplume, you never felt like you were exactly happy with your gear. Like every time I looked over and watched you were always checking boxes. Is that how that felt to you?
I mean, I really, really, really wanted to find that power bonk because I was going to go in there with just the knight and the white wizard. I wasn't going to bother getting any more levels on the ninja or the other white mage. I wanted to go with those two to get those as high level as I could. And to do that, I really felt like the power bonk was necessary. And it took me until Earth to find it. So I'm glad that I eventually did. The extra boxes at the end, the Dwarf Armory and Matoya were just like, I don't know, I didn't really need to check those, but everything else was in search of the power bonk.
Understandable. Was there any thoughts of going with the ninja as your main damage dealer? Maybe going knight to ninja?
No, not with the Malice, not with the knight having so many good spells to be able to keep themselves alive, and then especially finding the Roo Stick. It's just like this knight's never going to die. There's no scenario where this knight dies if there's enough levels on it, so the ninja's just not needed.
Fair enough. Just curious. You never know. Captain Nerd, did you have any other questions?
Not exactly.
All right. Well, so a couple other things that had happened during. I mean, you guys. Yeah, the Mollusk was -10 strength for Will Bloodworth in chat. I mean, you two ran 4-force the entire party. Apparently had a little extra with hate using the flags, but you guys played through it anyway, so.
Yeah, that was really fun going to Astos and being like, oh, this doesn't match my what I'm wearing. Have this? I'm just like, hate. You did it again.
Yeah, it's not the first time that hate's done that for me, and it's just a funny surprise. I don't mind it because it's not like it's a huge like game changing flag change.
I mean, Proc Gen Waterfall kind of sucked, but whatever.
Yeah, it was fine.
Right. I'm trying to think of anything else. Because, I mean, you two ran such a close thing there. I mean, obviously, Duskplume got the War Mech, which was a terrifying fight. Because it kept hitting and critting through some evasion there. And, I mean, you were able to take it out, but it was kind of terrifying to watch you fight it.
War Mech never scares me. It's fine. I never lose to War Mech, ever.
I've never seen somebody cure forecast though.
Well, it's fine. I had like 7 of them. It's all good.
Yeah, it's true. It's fair enough. I mean, in all, you two both ran a fantastic race. I enjoyed every little bit of the way you guys executed with your slight deviations on how you did it. Like I said, a lot of you guys, you literally ran everything good or the same up until the floater, in which Rubes did Kraken first, and you went off and did the other things. So it was very interesting to watch you two running that and how efficient you both run it. So congratulations on top 32 for you, Duskplume. Rubes, congratulations on moving on to the round of 16. Thankfully, I don't have to race you anytime soon, so that makes me happy. And Duskplume, you're always terrifying every time I race you too, so I am kind of glad you're out of the tournament, but at the same time, I really wish you were still in it because you are a fantastic runner to watch run. So
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Of course. And I mean, I would love to ask you more questions, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. You guys, like, there was not a whole lot of deviation with it. I mean, if you guys want to add on anything, please do. But you guys just ran it so good, and all the decisions made complete sense that I don't really know what to do and tell you. So yeah, I guess we'll kind of move over and we'll talk to Duskplume first if you want to like say anything or bring up anything.
It's great having you call another race. I really enjoy, especially watching back the you have like an infectious energy that you bring to calling races, and it's really fun to watch the ones that you call. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate Captain Nerd as well being there to help along. Appreciate Pyro. Thank you very much for being there to track. Speed gaming as always. Hope it was fun for you all. It was fun for me. Feel like that's almost about as good as I can race, and it's just a little bit short, but I'm happy in the end. So thanks again for having me, and I'll be back next time.
Oh, absolutely. And I look forward to you coming back and racing. I appreciate it. And you know, hopefully you'll do some more pickup races. And beat everybody in the round of 16. Do it. With that, let's go over to our winner tonight. The Rubes going on, moving on to the round of 16, taking on either Zenobian or Demon Frog, the winner of that matchup.
GG Duskplume. I'm sorry that we won't get to see what you could do, because I think you got a chance to knock off some runners, and I'm sorry that the tournament came to an end tonight, but it had to come to an end for one of us. So, and I mean, I'm happy to move on, but I'm glad that we had a very good series, and I look forward to seeing what you're able to do in the future, because I mean, you're very, very good. But just to echo what you said, dang, Captain Nerds and Pyro, thanks for covering us tonight and Speed Gaming hosting, and it's been a fun, wacky tournament so far, and I look forward to more shenanigans next week.
Absolutely. Well, Captain Nerd, if you want to do some final thoughts here.
How I see it is, this was a mess, but these two writers actually got through it like in an instant, and I'm impressed.
Yes, they did. I mean, when you're under an hour finishing up 54 minutes for Rubes, they absolutely did a great job. Fantastic job of making it through with 4 force. They battled their way in game 1 with a white black mage only. Black mages, no nukes. Second round, I can't remember what it was. What was it, Rubes? Oh my god, I even cast it, I don't remember it. It was like two characters again. Yeah, it was 2 characters again, wasn't it?
We had a full party. We had Thief Oreo.
Oh, that's right, Thief Oreo. I cast and I still work. I mean, so you guys did you both did 4 forced all 3 games. You've proven how tough you guys are, or how tough you both are. So with that, I am Dang Wu. My broadcast partner, Captain Nerd, would like to say thank you to SG for putting this on. The spectators there, I seen you all. Will Bloodworth, we had Deadpool Sigma, we had Chad Burt, we had Ordai, we had a bunch of people out there. Thank you all for coming in, hanging out. Sirenes, Budge Mono was joining in on there. Thank you all for coming and chatting with us and responding, telling us what's going on and stuff like that and giving input. Without you guys, it's not as fun commentating. Rubes and Duskplume, thank you once again for giving us an amazing show and showing your talents. Not much else can be said with that. The Final Fantasy Randomizer community is still the Final Fantasy Randomizer tournament is still ongoing. Like I said, we have 2 more game 1s tomorrow. Don't know if they're going to be broadcasted, but you can definitely hop in our Discord. There will be a multi-link posted for sure. You'll be able to watch them. Danny versus Shadow Mr. T at 7 p.m. Sirenes versus FC Coughlin at 9:30. He might be bickied. Or we might get a broadcast, who knows, because there's only a couple more races on each of these days for Thursday and Friday, so who knows. With that, Sin Pyro, hit that button and get us out of here. You all have a great night.